Let's talk about Overwatch. Overwhelming choice, guys. Well done, well done, well done. I'm totally with you. If you don't mind.
Not at all. Please, absolutely.
All right. By now, you should all know what the Overwatch League is, unless you live under a rock. But in case you don't, here's the scoop. This is the global esports league for pro Overwatch teams, and they're the first league. This is the first league of this caliber to use city-based teams.
True.
It's a big deal.
Big deal.
There are 12 teams in the league, and I'm going to read them off, unfortunately.
Do it.
Boston, Dallas, Houston, Florida, London, two LA teams, because of course.
He's got this.
New York, Philly, San Francisco, Seoul, and Shanghai. These teams will play live matches from the Blizzard Arena every Wednesday through Saturday until mid-June. So
Exactly.
a long time.
Truth.
A long time, yep. Now the season is broken into 4 5-week stages, and at the end of each of the stages is a playoff where the top 3 teams in the standing go head-to-head. First place gets $100,000, and the runner-up gets $25K.
I see a Philadelphia Fusion fan over there, Silver Lexus.
Yeah, definitely rep your teams in chat. I'd love to see who's rooting for who. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So let me, if I can jump in here, let's talk about Stage 1 because it's now complete along with the playoffs. It was a dash to the finish to see which teams would make it to that top 3. Now, New York Excelsior, London Spitfire were projected to likely make it, and many suspected, myself included, that Seoul would too, based out of their strong season start. But of course, Seoul couldn't hold on to their lead, sadly, and dropped back, allowing the Houston Outlaws, owned by, of course, Optic Gaming, the Green Wall, to earn their way in. Now, the first match, London v. Houston. Considering Houston had earned their way up to the playoffs when they won the first game of the match, it looked like they may have had a shot at taking the win, but London answered cheerio without letting Houston score another point. Yep, I did it, and I don't even care.
I was more upset that Houston lost.
I know, it's rough.
Now, London then moved on to the Battle of New York in the second and final match of Stage 1. These two teams have spent most of the season at the top of the standings, but New York has always been just a bit better. So to nobody's surprise, they started the match out by winning the first 2 games. But then something interesting happened, Kate.
Bring it on.
Something very interesting.
I think I know, but continue.
London came back to take Game 3, and then Game 4. It came down to the final game in this battle of the best, and boy, what a doozy. And I do not use that word lightly. London came out in a blaze of glory to take the game 2-1, winning the match as well as the title of Stage 1 champs.
I like the cadence. I will say I like the cadence of having every few weeks a champion.
Yeah, it's nice.
So New York Excelsior's their 9-1 record still earned them first place in the standings, and as for the rest of the standings, Houston's now in second place. I cannot speak today or any Thursday. London's in third, LA Valiant in fourth, and Seoul's right behind in numero 5.
You're right. Cinco is fine.
I was thinking about that too. If I had gotten that right, I just said go with it.
Just
confidence, confidence. Throw confidence at it.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll work.
Now, Stage 2 of the league picks up on Wednesday, February 21st, with games taking place at 7 p.m., 9 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Games continue Thursday at 5, 7, and 9 p.m. Eastern. On Friday, games happen at 7, 9, and 11 Eastern. So they're really trying not to confuse you.
Just think of it as Eastern and then add -3.
-3, yeah. Now, finally, Saturday games are 2, 4, and 6 p.m. Eastern.
So now, remember, Stage 2 will be played on an updated patch, meaning the Mercy and Junkrat changes will now go into effect for league teams, which, by the way, is a part of esports that I don't think traditional sports fans give enough credit, which is that, guess what? The meta could change halfway through the season, and you got to be ready.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
true.
Mercy players.
That is
now,
true.
to catch the Overwatch action live, check the schedule or watch the VODs. Tune in at overwatchleague.com or head to Twitch or MLG.tv. And, of course, be sure to follow them at Overwatch League on Twitter for up-to-the-minute news. Thank goodness we're plugging them and giving them some free airtime because they totally need it.
Yeah.
They don't need it.
They don't need it at all.
But you know what? It is awesome, well-curated content.
I see a couple Houstons in chat. That's what I'm rooting for. So shout out to you guys in there. I saw one Philly. So it's good to see the breadth of fans out there.
Yeah, the width and breadth.
Yeah, nice. And I see a lot of people they chose cities, but I don't see a lot of people from those cities just rooting for those teams. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's interesting.
And you know what? Quite frankly, I really want one out of Seattle. So I have actually not purchased. I was gonna do. I mean, Seoul Dynasty obviously was a topic for me. Even just 2 weeks ago.
The skin alone.
The skin. I mean,
the skins alone. Let's be honest.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
But I think London Spitfire for right now has my heart.
Yeah, they're doing well.
Followed very closely by San Francisco Shock.
Yeah, they're doing well.